Hi guys, how's it going and welcome back to another match preview. In today's match preview, I'll be going over everything you guys need to know going into this Friday night's clash against Burton Albion. In this preview, I'll be going over my predicted lineup, both sides' previous results going into this game, and much more. If you do go on to enjoy this preview, please do smash like and subscribe. Before we do kick off, I just want to thank you all for 600 subscribers. Honestly, the support on the channel over the past year or so has been absolutely unbelievable, and I can't thank you guys enough for helping me hit this target, and we're now on the road to 700. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so we'll kick straight off with all the basics. So obviously the game does take place on Friday the 27th of August at the Pirelli Stadium, obviously Burton's home ground, and yeah, obviously it is going to be on Sky Sports, so fans that aren't going, make sure to watch on Sky Sports. The reaction to it being televised on Sky Sports on social media was a bit strange because no one really expected Burton Albion against Cheltenham to be televised, but there we go, I'm not complaining. But yeah, I will be off to this game myself, so there will be a vlog, so yeah, that should be good hopefully. But yeah, let's get straight on with Burton's first opening 5 results. So out of Burton's opening 5 games of the 2021-22 season, they have picked up 3 wins and 2 losses, coming up against Oxford United on penalties in the Carabao Cup first round, and also a 3-0 loss most recently to Cambridge United last weekend, which was a bit of an interesting result really. I haven't really looked too much into it, if they had any injuries or anything. But that is a result that you don't want to be getting against the Cambridge side that probably hasn't started as well as they wanted to. But a 3-0 result at home at the Abbey Stadium for them was definitely something to be happy about. Diving into the stats against their loss against Cambridge, Sam Smith picked up his first goal in a competitive fixture for the U's since returning to them. Obviously ex-Cheltenham last season on loan in the Champions season. He was decent for us since January when he joined, obviously on that short-term loan deal. And the other 2 goals were both from Tom Hamer of Burton Albion. They were both own goals. So all round, a very disappointing performance. We'll dive into the stats now, and it gets even worse. They are literally seem to be a carbon copy of us at times. The possession was pretty even, with 51% going to Cambridge and 49% going to Burton. However, Burton had so many shots and so many big chances. And to be fair, I remember watching the highlights. The Cambridge keeper did pull off some fantastic saves. One in particular where he was stranded. He was nowhere near his line. It was a goal-mouth scramble and he managed to pull off a fantastic save to stop it going across the line. But Burton did have 19 shots compared to Cambridge's 7, and 9 of those 19 were on target. So that just goes to show, you know, how quality Cambridge's keeper was. So credit to him for that. But still, it's not just the attacking side of things, the fact that they, you know, didn't score with their chances. You know, it's the fact that they conceded 3, and, you know, Cambridge didn't even have 3 shots on target because 2 of them were own goals. So I think, yeah, one to forget for the Burton fans, definitely. And, you know, they probably won't be going into this game with as much confidence as they should. But Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank is an excellent manager. He's really turned it around for Burton since he came in. And I have no doubt that he'll manage to draw some confidence back into his side ahead of this fixture. So obviously, so far this season, we at Cheltenham have played 1 more game than Burton, obviously with the Carabao Cup second round being that extra game. We have picked up 3 wins so far, one of which came on penalties, obviously against Cheltenham most recently on Tuesday night. A good penalty win with 5 penalties out of 5 scored from our players, which is very good to see, and some of the young lads stepping up to take penalties as well. Obviously prior to that though, the most recent league fixture was a very painful one. Away to Fleetwood, we did lose 3-2, and it wasn't so much the attacking problems for us, it was the defensive problems. 2 of their goals came from set pieces, and the defending could have definitely been better. I think you can't really fault Scott Flinders at all. I think he pulled off some decent saves looking back at it. However, you know, it was just a bad day really. I think, you know, our defenders didn't look themselves, And, you know, we were making passing mistakes as well. Like Connor Thomas made occasional passing mistakes, which he doesn't normally do. So, definitely a day to forget for us. And it's not probably the start we wanted in the league. Obviously, we'd probably like to be a bit higher in the table, especially after that performance against Fleetwood. Going into the game, we had the more confidence, and we were the more likely to win the game on form, and unfortunately, we came away with nothing. Obviously, I'm not going to go too much into it as it is the start of the season. However, I may as well touch on the league table now that we've had a few games. Burton Albion, the home side, obviously sits 6th in the table. The last playoff place, obviously, having had 3 wins and 1 loss in their last 4 fixtures. And we sit 18th, having 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses. Those losses coming up against Wycombe and Fleetwood. So all in all, a bit of a strange one really, because, you know, Burton hit a good run of form. Obviously 3 wins in a row in the league, which was very, very good for their season. Obviously they are sitting in 6th on 9 points. So they haven't had any draws so far. But yeah, you know, it's a bit of a weird one because they come off the back of a 3-0 loss to a side that they probably should be beating, considering how they've started the season. Obviously with a 2-1 win against Ipswich being the standout. You know, it's a difficult one because you can't really call which way it's going to go. You know, we're not on the best form. We're a bit up and down, but our performance on Tuesday night was pretty solid. Should have won the game in normal time, but again, the problem arises that we didn't take our chances. However, we are linked with a striker before tomorrow night's game, so hopefully we can get that deal over the line. But yeah, let's get into my team sheet. Right, so I'm just going to dive straight into it. Goalkeeper, I'm going to go for Owen Evans, and I think Scott Flinders probably could get a shout, you know, considering how he played last weekend. However, I just think we need to stick to one goalkeeper, and I think Owen Evans seems much more, I don't know, there's just more reliability about him, and I don't know why. So I've gone for Owen Evans, but I can see Scott Flinders being chosen. The wing backs, obviously, I will go for Matty Blair and Chris Hussey. And the back 3, bit of a difficult one again because I don't really know what the injuries are like. We had Raglan out, obviously, on Tuesday night with a bit of an injury. So yeah, I really don't know which way to go with this one. But I think I'm going to say Ben Tozer, Will Boyle, and I'm going to say Sean Long. I'm going to say Sean Long because I don't know if Raglan's going to be back or not. So that's my chosen back 3. And then the 3 in midfield. Now, this is always a difficult one because, again, on Tuesday night, Ellis Chapman really proved that he is absolutely knocking on the door of the first team squad. And to be fair, so is Taylor Perry. They have both really shown their worth and really started the season well by their own concerns. So, it's difficult, isn't it? I'm going to go for Connor Thomas, Callum Wright and Ellis Chapman, I think, as my starting 3, and then bring on Taylor Perry off the bench. And the fact that we're leaving Circum out goes to show how competitive that midfield 3 can be, and the midfielders on the bench and stuff as well, with the likes of Elliot Bonds, etc. But yeah, and then the 2 strikers, again, I don't know what the injury situation is with Kyle Vassell, but I think I'll just stick to the same old Alfie May and Andy Williams. I think that's a bit of a safe bet. But if Vassell's fit, I would like to see him start in place of one of those players. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But yeah, that is my predicted lineup. So, what is my prediction for tomorrow's game? Like I say, the form is very strange. Obviously, that loss to Cambridge for Burton came pretty out of the blue as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. And, you know, we seem to have our off games, and that's worrying because we can't really have off games in League One if we want to have a decent, you know, mid-table finish. So, I think I'm going to go for a 1-1. I can see it being a 1-1, but I think, if I'm being honest, I think it could be 2-1 to Burton, but I will stick to 1-1. That is my score prediction. feel free to comment your score predictions down below. And obviously I will be doing a vlog for tomorrow's match, so if you do want your score prediction included at the start of the video, feel free to go and follow my Instagram and Twitter. I will leave a link to those down in the description. And yeah, once again, thank you for all the support. It means the world. Feel free to subscribe if you did enjoy the video and like as well. And yeah, have a class rest of the day, lads, and I will see you in the next one.